Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're just getting started. About 9 minutes to go for the open. So hope everybody's doing well. I was just sorting out my watch list. So the watch list, per usual guys, on the left side here on the screen. Let me zoom into that. So this is the watch list we have. Today we're watching AMC. Apple, I have been watching for a while. I haven't been trading much. And SPY, that's just side watches. We've got Space, I've been watching for a while. Neuro, Snap, NRXP, BTBT, mRNA. And then we have on the gaps, we have Zella, EYEG, GENE, and XBio. So I will keep an eye on that. On these gappers, guys, I'm not too keen on any of those for long. Zella over 3, I will consider it over 3, but that might be a very quick long. So if you're not a scalper, don't touch it until it proves that it wants to have a trend. EYEG, some news behind it, is acquiring I think Bion Therapeutics for 7.7 million. There is some news behind it, but the way it's trading, it's pretty much done its pullback from this move up, and we'll see how it goes. If it starts breaking the VWAP and starts trading above it, there might be opportunity on this one, guys. So let's put our levels here. First thing first, we want to know what the pre-market highs are or post-market and also the lows. Right, so that's EYEG, and then we have GENE. On GENE as well, there was some news behind it, but on this one it had a really nice move, but it's just fading off now. So until it gets over 4.5, guys, I am not interested in longs. If anything, it'll be all day fader shorts, so I'll keep an eye on that. So that's Gene for us. The level we're watching on Gene is 4.50, guys. 450. 450. As it starts to break that, then we'll consider longs, and it depends when it gives us that opportunity. XBIO, we are just it's gapped up and it just recovered, so I feel like it's done. With XBIO, guys, I'm gonna take this off. I don't like it at all. So XBI has been taken off. So that's what we're watching, guys, and let's start. Yesterday was actually good for me. The start wasn't that great, but I had a good green day yesterday, so I'm happy with that. Good start for the week. Let's keep it going. Okay. Right, guys, we got 5 minutes to go. So what I normally do is I don't stay. Even if I stay, I don't trade right after the open, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab myself quick coffee, and then we'll see you guys slightly after the open, guys. All right. So stay tuned. Stick around. Alright guys, here we go. Ding ding ding. Let's get started. So let's have a look. SP, mRNA, space snap. We gotta get rid of this. Okay. Right, so this is washing, Zella is washing. So initially it could bounce off. The price action is going to be like this, guys. That's why I don't trade the initial moves. I will wait 5 to 10 minutes. So this is now looking strong. It's a breakout trade, but you gotta watch that 3. Then again, guys, initially it's very hard to trust that these moves, because they can get really heavily shorted into 3s. Even if they're bouncing, it has to have huge interest and volume behind it for it to actually break out the 3. So we'll watch the 3 guys here on Zella. It has been running previously, so there won't be any surprise that it does run more. As you can see, guys, heavily shorted at 3, even though it's a small pullback, but yeah, that's what you see there. So you know, this is kind of hard to trade this the way I trade. A lot of scalpers will use these sort of volatility and quick price action to actually benefit from it, but you have to be extremely quick with your risk management. EYEG, this is just at the moment showing weakness. So if it does come to it, guys, we might be able to short this. It's under that pre-market mark we talked about. 620s is the pre-market lows, swing lows. So I'm thinking under 6 is gonna start to continue to go down. EYEG. What else do we have? By the way, we have SPY falling a little bit, washing down a bit. That's to be expected from SPY. It's been continuously going green days, heavily green as well. So a little bit of a correction is due on SPY. I was thinking yesterday would be the day for correction, but today might be it, guys. So there might be opportunities on SPY for short, or if you don't want to short anything, you don't like shorting, then you can actually take longs on UVXY. UVXY is the inverse reverse correlation to SPY. So you can keep an eye on UVXY, but I'd rather trade SPY for a short. So looking at SPY for a possible short later down the line, is washing nicely. Momentum is strong to the downside, is weak, but it has to give us a nice little setup for us to take anything. Right, let's have a look at washes. What are we getting on the washes? A tip. That's a bad daily. That's a weak daily, a tip. But shorting. As you can see, EYG, as I mentioned, under 6 would continue. So under 6 is about to go. It hasn't gone yet properly. I would say 5.6, 550s will be proper area where I can say yeah, it's gone. Right, so FLGC. Let's add FLGC on the gappers. Right, I am adding FLGC on the gappers, guys. Right, FLGC looks interesting. Gene completely failed off. Um, just don't expect anything from it now. As I said, anything over 450 would have been an area where I would have been interested in it. So Gene is gone. OBSV. SGRP. SGRP is done. I'm not going to touch that. SPRT might prove, if it does have a little bit of liquidity, it might provide some nice shorts. 6.5. Just not clear enough for me. It's not clean enough, so I'm going to leave that alone. XPIO is all chop. So our gappers, Azella, as you can see, this is exactly what I mean. Look, it pullbacks, washes off, and gets bought up. Scalpers pile in on it, long scalpers, and then breaks out. As soon as it starts to just to the tick, basically, it reached 3. Obviously, you know, short sellers, when they pile up, they're not going to just pile up on 3. It's going to be 290s, 295s, 7s, 98s, 3s, 310s. So they'll just, you know, this is what the result is. It's extremely hard to trade that unless you actually have that system. So this is exactly what happened. We were discussing that, and there you go. Under 6, EYEG continues to go. So if you had taken under 6 a trade on it, your stop, you can bring it down to break even. I would still consider it a little bit quick. I will leave it 610s or 605s just to be sure. That looks clean to me. I was looking at this FLGC for a short, but it just never. I think it might be a. Is that a halt? Could be a halt actually. It's a halt. Yep, it's just halted going down. Under 5 would have been nice, but missed it. So I'm also watching the blockchain, Mara, RIOT, BTBT, all that jazz. So I believe Mara or RIOT should be. Yeah, there you go. So Mara, they're related to basically Bitcoin. So if you are trading Mara or RIOT, you have to have Bitcoin's chart on the side, just to make sure that you are not trading against the trend on the Bitcoin. So if I look at Bitcoin's chart, I'm pretty sure it's actually trying to sort of just have a little bit of momentum to the upside. These do follow Bitcoin. So Mara, as you can see, exactly the same chart. Hey Ryan, how's it going? You alright, mate? What are you up to? Guys, I am watching EYEG. As you can see, 6 area is an area we were interested in. So if it does come back to 6 and starts holding, then we're going to be interested in that area, guys. It's not actually getting there. It's getting rejected from. Oh, okay, okay, all right. Wow, wow, BYG, come on, you can't do that to us. You should have given us a 595. I would have taken it if I wasn't explaining the trade itself, but that's the trade, you know. If we had taken that, that would have been it for the day. That's it, done. 80 cents a wash, basically, almost 70 cents wash. I need to have some lunch as well, Ryan. Can you send it over? Let's have a look at the BTC chart. How does it look? Ooh, BTC is climbing. That's why we see a nice strength on Mara and Riot. This would have been a great trade, guys. I was planning on getting in before 6. As soon as I saw rejection, I did see it here, but it was so quick that I couldn't get in. So EURGE would have been probably trade of the day today. Anywho, okay. LGC is done. On these one, I do usually start before the zone that I have. If I have a zone around 6s, then I would actually start trading 590s and then add at 6s if it starts to hold. And then once it starts to show me sign of weakness like this, I will start adding it. So I can build up position like that, but you know, it just it just wasn't ready for this, and still a bit early as well for me. That's why right at the open, after the open, I'm a bit relaxed. I don't chase too much. One Bitcoin right now, $38,621. Ryan, do you have some? mRNA, by the way, looks mRNA might give us a nice correction day today, red day, because of the good news that it was going to be listed on S&P. It had been non-stop going up and never looked back. The only red day we had was the third day, but it's still up, I would say. So we are due for correction on this as well, just like we were expecting a correction on SPY. So mRNA today could provide us some with some nice little shorts. Snap is coming down. Snap is also coming down, guys. This might also provide us with some nice shorting opportunity. So I'm going to keep an eye on Snap. To be honest, today the cleanest trade we would have taken was EYEG. It was too clean for me. Just missed it. But we are looking at mRNA for a possible short. 335 right now. So FLGC basically filled the gap. So once it does, it might bounce a bit. So later down the line, if it starts to break fives and start trading over 510s, this might provide us with some long opportunities. FLGC for later on. So EYG is still continuing to go. This might be another healthy pullback before it continues for another round. But I believe if it does break this low, the 5 might hold. So it might take a while for it to break down 5s. So it might be a bigger pullback than this. So the way, especially the way it washed off from there, from 6s. mRNA. Oh, mRNA 335.55. Just about 50 cents late on it. Right, I was looking at this mRNA around 335 areas. Just wasn't there when this happened. There was a chance there. Might provide us with something better later on. 335.7. If it does give us a higher price, like 334 50s, is huge as well. Stop is huge, guys. Around at least $1 stop on it. I had space. 30, $1 move. Right, guys, there is a nice little opportunity here on a space for a short. For a short under 30. Right now, slight bit of a chase. But what I am going to do on this one, guys, because I wanted a little bit of a better pullback on this, I'll add small here. I'll add small. I'll start small and then start adding 320s, 330s, and then stop around 340s areas. So that's how I'm going to play the space. The only thing about the space is just the daily could be in the range here, so it might not provide us with the great sort of reward. So, but still, guys, I am building the position on this. So I've entered around 30 areas, guys. 30.02s. Short. I started small, guys. 30.02. So I've got like around 30% position on it. So what I will do is, if it does come back up to 30.20s, if it starts to hold, then I'll add to it. 30.30s, if it starts to hold, I will add to it. But because I'm entering early here, because sometimes the pullback could be very short and it can continue to go down. I don't want to miss that. So even though it's a small share size, if it does run for us, that's still a good green trade. Now the way is attacking the lows here, 29.80s. If that low gets taken out, then what I will do is I will pull my stop down to 30.15s, because after the low gets taken out, and if it does come back up and takes the high out, then that's probably a sign of reversal. So I'll keep an eye on the low. If it does break, the stop will come up to 30.16s. That's the only trade we are in at the moment. That's the first trade of the day. So let's watch it closely. Okay, this is a good sign on space, guys. If it starts to break now, because as you can see, it started to attack that 30 and it got rejected from it. That's a good sign, as long as this continues to have a little bit of momentum to the downside. If not, then we could be going into a range a little bit. So the possibilities are a range bound price action, or it could be a quick V reversal or double bottom reversal. We'll find out. Alright, here we go. Let's break that 2980s. And EYEG is nicely curling back up again for another round. So this looks like it wants to attack the 5s now. Taking short here is a bit too late, guys. It's already done a huge move down, as you can see, from 640s to 520s. So $1.20 move for $5 stock is huge. So taking a short here is too risky. You're just chasing it. Anything, if it does come back up and pulls back closer to 580s, maybe. So, but the real trade was here, guys, even here. But the proper trade was just under 6 here. Okay, space is just bouncing off of that area. So 30 is just going up and down. It doesn't have that much of a significance, basically, that 30 area. So more importantly for me right now is the low here. As you can see, it tried to sort of break it. It couldn't. It just keep bouncing from that low. So if it does keep on bouncing off of it, then chances are it might actually go for a reversal as well. So we have to be quite quick on our exits if we see a sign of reversal. What I wouldn't like to see on this space, even if it does bounce back up to 30.10s, 30.20s, I'm not gonna be. I'll still stick to my shorts as long as the volume is small. Like if the volume starts rising and this starts to break that 30.10s, then I'll get out, because that is going to be a sign of a reversal there. So it's bouncing back up to 30.20s and some volume coming up. So this is a good sign. It tried to break and then coming back down under 30 or close to 30s. What we don't want now is to break this highs. The volume isn't there for us to be scared about the breakout or a reversal, but it could come. So what you can do is from 30s to 20s, just have a 20-cent stop, guys. But I will keep the VWAP area as my sort of stop limit area, stop area. If it starts to break the VWAP, then I'll consider getting out. So this area here is significant. Right now, that area is the one that matters to me because it tried to break above it and it got completely rejected from it. But if it does try to come back and takes that out, that means that area isn't holding anymore. So what we can do is put our stop there. Clearly that's a stop area, guys, if you really want to be a bit safe on this. That's the stop area. But then again, I will say this again, if you can afford to keep it just above the VWAP, is slightly safer and better management there. There we go, space, come on, let's go. This is what we wanted from you. Lovely. Okay, now definitely stop is over here, guys. Definitely, no doubt about it. Bring your stop down to 30-20s. Lovely. Here we go, space. Let's go. You see that volume coming in? We want that volume to be consistent. As it breaks that 2980s, we want it to stay broken. What I mean by that is I don't want to see this as a wick and it comes back close to 30s. I want to see this closing at the lows. That's lovely. That's really nice. In fact, guys, you can actually keep your stop on a break even. Right now, I'm going to put my stop on a break even, guys. It has broken the lows and it shouldn't come back to over 30s. So stop is just over 30s, guys. 30.05, let's say. So that is a really good trade. So far, so good. So stop goes down to 30.05s and we've got a nice trade going. 2960s. Guys, around 2960s, I'm going to start to take some out, guys. 2960s, anytime. 2960s. Start to take some out. So what's the level here? So 29, 30, 20s. Okay. 2930s. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's try to get some out, guys. 66. I was watching 2960s. I couldn't get anything out. Come on, space. We want that continuation. If you do break the 2960s, then it might get a bit of a speed bump around 2950s. So if it does, watch for the wash. If it does start to wash quickly, take some out. Doesn't matter if it's before 2950s. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch for that low to get taken, 2960s, and if it does, there might be a nice wash there. Oh, the one we missed. It's always gonna haunt us. Today it's gonna haunt me, this one. Entry here. I was just like about to click it as I was explaining, it just washed. Similar idea to the space. I was gonna start adding just before 6, and as it started to go into that zone, I will start to add more, and if it starts to fail off of it, then I would have started to add even more. So at least what I would have done with this one, I would have had my initial start on this, even though it would have been 30% of the normal position. But that's huge. Still, we are still in a good trade on a space. And here we go, 2960s need to break now. Slight volume coming in, as you can see, guys, on these washes. So that's a good sign for us. Lovely. Today, guys, I have to leave early. So what I will do is, if this trade works out nicely, I will that'll be it for me. One trade, one green, that's it. But if it doesn't, if there's no other opportunities out there, I will not be trading till late. So I am gonna stick around for another, let's say, half an hour max. So this might be another add area here, guys. Nice little add area, 2980s. Stop still at the over 30s. Let's see if this area that it broke from start to hold. It looked like 2980s. I've added a little bit here, guys. Let me see, where did I add? The 2975s. 2975. So add area 2975s. I want this low to get taken out. Lovely, it's taking out now. Now what I can do is, guys, put the stop here, guys, just over 2988. Yes, about to take some out. Okay, I'm ready to take some out. 2953s, 54s. I'll take 54s. Yep. Alright, I'll take some out. 54s, guys. Might be a bit early, but that's fine. That is looking good, guys. This trade is looking really good. We managed to add as well, guys, on the weakness. Really good entry. And our stop is just over the add area, so worst case scenario, we would be out break even on the last batch. But we did manage to catch this around 50 cents on the first partial. If space starts to wash and show a sign of weakness here, it might be a bigger day, but then we have to remember 2930s and 29 itself is a big area on daily. So I won't expect a lot from it, but I also know the reality that it is in the congested area. So this might not provide us with a huge trade. So that's why I am taking partials a bit earlier than I would have actually. But For the second partial, I want to get close to 2930s now. There you go. Come on, break down. 2960s or 50s are holding. I really want this 2950s to break. Once it does that, then we have got a really good runner. The problem here, guys, as you can see right here at 2950s, a huge volume coming in and the bounce. So this bounce could be bigger than expected. But if this doesn't bounce up and takes us out, and the lows gets taken, then yeah, it will look really nice. So this volume that came in here, that's what worries me a little bit. But let's see if it wants to take that 50s out. So we want to see that 2950s break. Come on. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. Come on. Space. 2950s break. 2952s. So that 2950 area is holding nicely. And also not holding nicely. So it is attacking that 50 area, which is a really good sign. It's a really good sign. There you go. We might have a nice wash from here now. Oh, there we go. It's taking the stops out underneath 2950s. So we should see a nice little wash on this. Come on, give us a nice little wash to 2940s, maybe even 30s. There it goes. Come on, about to take 2940s. Yep. 42s are getting taken out. Interesting. Not strong enough the wash. But our stop just over the previous high. This area that it broke out from, this area held nicely. Let me just so that is the area we are relying on our stop. So that's the area, that's the zone. I'm relying on this to hold again if it does come back up. If it doesn't, then we've got our stop there. Perfect scenario for us. We just need to watch it happen, guys, now. Relax, chill. I'm just going to leave this alone. Either it's going to take me out on the break-even stop on the average of these two, or just going to break that 2950s properly. Wow, RIOT and Mara completely crashed. So that means these guys have crashed as well. RIOT. Wow, that bounce didn't last. So if I look at BTC, this is what's going to look like as well. As you can see, guys, this is what I mean by RIOT, Mara, BTBT following, obviously, Bitcoin. It's a blockchain, so you still got a strong buy, not strong, but buy suggestion there. So Bitcoin is It's funny. Let me see if I can. Yes. I'm just watching Bitcoin. Come on. Alright, space. Let's go. Come on. Space, give us another partial here. 29.35. So I'm looking to take some partial, guys. Whoa, that's looking good. Really good. 29.27s. 29.27s for space. 29.27s. I will 27s. Where is it? Yep. 27s, guys. That's where I took some out. Second partial on 29.27s. This is turning out to be a really good trade, guys. Lovely, beautiful. 29.27s, beautiful. And 29.10s, guys. Sorry, 29s, close to 29s. I'm gonna take everything off, and that'll be it for me. That'll be done for the day. Alright, I'm ready to take some out, guys. I'm ready. Just give me close to 29s and I'll take everything off. Right now, guys, this stop goes just over 29.70s. Come on, come on, give us 29.09s, 08s, okay, 07s, 02s. There you go. I'm gonna take 02s. Doesn't matter. 03s, I'll take 03s. Alright, I'm all out, guys. 29.03s, really nice. Ooh, bottom ticked it. I love it. I love it when this happens. Doesn't matter what it does now. I'm all out, guys. Really nice trade, beautiful. Started out 30s, just on the failure of 30s. I would say in this case slightly a bit early, but that was the plan actually. So from this wash, pullback was a bit too short. I was expecting a better pullback, like something like this. So this was a small start, and then I was gonna add here, but I couldn't at all. It was fast, and then I added on the weakness. Once it confirmed that it wants to continue down, I added here, so I managed to get almost full position on it. First partial 29.50s, 50 cents from the first entry. Second partial 29.27s, and then the third last 29.03s. Really, really good trade. It's that's the only trade I need, and if I can get anything like this every day, then I am good. I'm happy with that. I cannot complain. So let me explain on the risk management, guys, because I always at the end of the trades I talk about this. So our initial risk, let's say on this small share size, was I was planning over 30-40s. But if it did come back up, initial risk would have been 30-40, so 40 cents. Okay, let's just say it was 40, right? So 40 cents. Now, the fact that we went in and added here, once we saw this, we straight away brought our stop here, guys. Remember, and once we saw that, on the second entry, we started to bring our stop on the break even. So this risk actually isn't true when it comes to this whole trade. It will look like it will look something like this. So overall, no. Let me try now. Overall, it will look like this, the risk. So our risk is looking like this, and then our reward looks something like this, guys. So we have here risk on this trade, and then we have reward. So that's how I my most of my trades work out, guys. It's the risk to reward has to be huge, guys. So we're looking at this being 1. I've explained in every single trade of mine is that important for me. So 1, and we're getting on this one, I would say just over 3. Yep. So that's what it looks like, guys. That's the trade of the day. That's all I need. 1 trade, 1 winner, a really good grain day. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. If you have any questions, post in the comments in the video, guys, and join me in the live room. That's where the real action happens, guys. I'll see you in the live room. Take it easy, stay safe out there.